Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell here, of course, and we're talking with Daniel Dye, who, of course, who drives the 43 Chevrolet for Ben Kennedy Racing in the ARCA Menards Series East. How's it going, my man?
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on today.
All right, so you're off to Five Flags this weekend, of course, a track that you very well know of. But before we get to that, you're running the full ARCA East schedule. I know that the Ben Kennedy Racing team has kind of been up, and it's an up and coming team, and now you're running the full ARCA East season. How's that been going for you?
New Smyrna I think started out all right. We didn't get to practice that day because of some engine issues. It blew up on us. So to run, fourth and fifth all day, and then only be robbed of a top five because of the rain and stuff. There was, I think, pretty good. A confidence booster for our team for sure. I would say. Um, I think it's a good team to kind of bring back into the picture. They ran full K&N East and West series races like for full season with people in the past like Kaz Gralla and Ben Kennedy ran for them too. So um, I think it's good to kind of bring him back into the heavy stock car game. We ran two races last year, and I think the year before they only ran New Smyrna. So I think we're all excited for it. We love the super late model stuff. We're going to do a lot of it this year, but we're also excited to kind of venture off into the more NASCAR type stuff and go to big places like Iowa and Milwaukee and Dover and stuff like that. That's what we're really excited for.
Yeah, of course. A lot of these tracks that you haven't been to yet, but of course you're going to Five Flags this weekend. A track that you have been to, of course. Of course you were there for the Derby. What's it like racing there?
I think it's real good for us to start out the year with. I think our next race is Nashville too. So I think three places that are familiar. Nashville isn't really a place that I'm all that familiar with. I've only ran there one time, and it didn't go all that great. But I think going to a place like Five Flags, it is really tricky with the track surface and how the weather really impacts the racetrack and how much of a finessey place it is. I think it's going to be good for us. We ran seventh there, in I guess that was September, October, the championship race for the E Series last year. And I think it's going to be a good run for us this weekend. Just considering the amount of laps that I have there in a pro late model and a super late model, and even the ARCA car last year. So I think it should be a good trip for us. The experience of running supers there, I think is gonna help us in the long run. The only thing that I'm kind of worried about is the short run stuff and trying to figure out the level of aggression that I need to use. That's kind of the deal that I had to mess around with at New Smyrna. I'm trying to learn. I haven't ran these cars like the rest of the field has, as much as they have. So just trying to learn as much as I can and be there at the end and hopefully make something happen. I mean, you saw New Smyrna, a guy that was, a lap down with 25 to go, ended up winning the race. So you just got to be there at the end and have a piece to try and do something with.
Okay, so of course a lot of people have known a lot about you since you came into this series. Of course you're sponsoring the car, the Race to Stop Suicide. I know that's very personal to you. Kind of talk about that and what's it been like to just raise awareness about that.
Yeah, it's a really cool deal that I'm proud to be a part of and have on our car. And even my iRace and stuff, it's all over. I had a race last night where it was on the car, and everything that we do with Race to Stop Suicide is on the car. Basically what we try to do is raise awareness, and just kind of start the conversation that there is help available. We actually just got a new partner, SMA Healthcare, which it's their deal is mental health. So we got a great partner, to help us with our efforts to try and get the word out there. We have plenty of other partners too that contribute to the Race to Stop Suicide campaign and helping us keep it on the race car. What we try and do is start the conversation and let people know that it is okay to reach out because it's something hard to talk about. You don't really just bring it up in a conversation, but if you see something cool like a race car that has the message on there, you get more comfortable talking about it and feel more willing to reach out to somebody to get some help.
Of course. Um, so, kind of looking at this with the ARCA East schedule this year, what track are you most looking forward to?
Man, I'd say probably they were New Smyrna and Pensacola. So I think this weekend, Pensacola is my favorite racetrack. Like I said, we have a lot of laps there. Um, you know, I think as far as a place that I haven't been to yet, I think Iowa is probably up there just because of how many different places you can run on the racetrack. Um, Milwaukee's going to be pretty cool. Those are real heavy race cars going around a real flat racetrack. So I'm excited for that one. It's going to be tricky. I have no clue how I'm going to do. I'm not quite sure. I'm excited though for the challenge. And then obviously Dover is just like a place where there's a lot of speed. And obviously as a race car driver, I like to go fast. So I'm looking forward to that place too. And then hopefully, at Bristol, I ran the late model there last year and did okay and got to experience the top a little bit. But I'm hoping that we can go to Bristol this year with the ARCA cars and migrate to the top a little bit more than we did in the super race.
Yeah. So what's kind of, okay, so a lot of people don't know a lot about you. So kind of let's get to know you a little bit. Why not?
All right. What you got?
Okay. Well, I know a lot about you, but maybe not a lot of people do. But so favorite type of racetrack?
Like, are you talking about like short track or dirt?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'd say, a good question. I think probably the smaller 3/8 mile tracks are kind of what I like Cordele and South Alabama Speedway, and really you could put Five Flags in that in that category. It's just like a big version of of those 3/8 miles because they're really shaped like this. You can't like they're shaped like that. New Smyrna's like that, but Five Flags is almost like a big circle, and so are those 3/8 miles track that I was talking about. So I think places like that. I've yet to run a road course. I really really want to. I think that might take the lead there once I get to do it. But as of right now, it's kind of the big wide, momentum tracks like a Five Flags or an Op or a Cordele.
Okay, so you interact with a lot of drivers. Who's the best who has the best personality in the ARCA garage that you've talked to?
The best personality. I think everybody probably has their own thing. You know, me and Mason have been buddies for a while, running late models together, and he's kind of got like he got like a mean look to him, I think. But then you like break into him and you can mess with him and stuff. I think Raja is a great addition with his personality to the series. I think every driver in the series is cool. I talked about this before the season started, but I think we got a great group. Taylor's real cool, and I talked to Max a little bit after the race, and obviously he was real excited and stuff. But he was a pretty cool dude for the little time I got to talk to him. Um, Other than that, who else? I don't really. Obviously, Sammy I've ran late models with for a while, and we ran every night at Speed Weeks together. Me and him are good buddies. So, um, yeah, I don't know. I don't think anybody necessarily has the best personality. I think they all kind of have their own deal. I think we got a good class in the East Series this year.
Yeah. Um, let's see. Are you like a so do you are you more of a going out person or do you like a Netflix and chill kind of guy?
I wouldn't say Netflix and chill, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm probably more of a stay in kind of guy. I don't know, but I like going out and doing stuff. Um, I like playing video games. I play a good bit of iRacing and Rocket League and stuff, but I like going out and when the races are in town, I like going. And on Saturday nights, I'll usually head over to New Smyrna Speedway and hang out. So it's kind of a little bit in both.
Best part about living in Florida.
Oh man, people think it's great, but it's hot a lot. Best part, I guess, like the 10 days that Speed Weeks is here, I
Yeah.
think the best part is living 10, 15 minutes away from New Smyrna Speedway. And
Right.
I guess it doesn't snow a lot. So I guess people hate snow and it snows a lot. I've seen snow once or twice in my life. So I guess that, but I don't really know how bad snow is.
Ask Sam Mayer or myself. I've seen that when you're in the Midwest, you see a lot of it.
Yeah, so I'll take your word on it.
Yeah, it's interesting. Um, okay. Do you have a favorite like stick and ball sports team?
Sports team.
You
So
like
my dad is from Pittsburgh, like around Pittsburgh. So anything Pittsburgh, like the Penguins and the Pirates and the Steelers. As far as basketball goes, I like the Magic just because we were season ticket holders for a while. So, but you say stick and ball, so that
that is stick and ball sports.
right there you go. So I would say, and I'd say probably my favorite sport out of those is I think to play baseball. I was pretty good at baseball before we took racing serious as much as we do now. But I also like basketball. Just I think I'm good at 2K and stuff, so I like basketball.
Are you going to make any more bets with the orange cone?
I missed out on the bet last year for McDonald's gift cards, so I probably need to talk to him and see if a top five is worth the McDonald's gift cards that I missed out on last year.
Yeah. So, I mean, Mayer got one after I think it was I-44.
Yep.
So yeah. Are you? So, what's your go-to place for food? Speaking of that,
For food,
yes.
Moe's 110%. Like Moe's Monday is like a national holiday to me. I love Moe's Monday. Go and save a few bucks, and man, I can spend some money at Moe's. I usually get like two burritos, and obviously I get two bags of chips. I will never eat them all, but just in case I do, um, yeah, Moe's 110%.
And if you're listening to the audio version, it's Moe's Southwest Grill he's referring to.
Southwest Group.
Yipper. Um, is there any like? Hmm. Is there any like? What do you have like any hidden talents or anything?
Hidden talents. No, I don't think so. I wish I did. I talked to Carl about it yesterday. I wish I have a keyboard and I've got a guitar somewhere in a closet in the house, but I'm not a very good instrument player. I wish I was. That's what he asked me. If I could have a talent that I don't have, what would it be? And that's the answer. I'm not, I guess baseball, but I haven't played in a minute, so I don't know.
Yeah. This has been in that's been in that's interesting. So, all right, Daniel, I thank you so much for coming on. We will talk to you soon, and
All
good
right.
luck this weekend.
Thank you.